Greetings to everyone. I'm back on my CryptoQ Media channel. The world was recently taken by surprise by Brad Garlinghouse, CEO of Ripple. I think it deserves our undivided attention because of how important it is, and he actually said that. If we take a quick look at this most recent video clip, we can see that they are merely subjective opinions. Join it with X. The Cross-Border Payments Interoperability and Extension Task Force, or BIS, counts Ripple among its ranks. The instant payment systems of 5 separate central banks have been linked, laying the groundwork for quicker and cheaper international money transactions. Ripple has strong ties to the world's 5 most influential central banks: Singapore, Thailand, India, and Malaysia. Seriously, if you do some digging and look them up on Ripple, I guarantee you'll find at least 2 or 3 connections to each of these names. Here, though, you can find a video. That video won't play on my computer. This was sourced from .0 Forum. I believe this is related to the BIS as well. Greetings. That's TRA and Bancos. The Central Bank of the Philippines is located here. Bring attention to the concrete advantages that the BIS Innovation Center's Project Nexus has brought to consumers at a panel discussion with world lawmakers at PZF 2024. To build this new monetary system, we are collaborating with the private and public sectors. Can you remember the actual details of any groundbreaking invention from long ago? Yes, the BIS, the Central Bank of Central Banks, is coordinating with Ripple. If we pay great attention to Ripple's actions and relationships, we can see that they are working together. When we think about electronic payments and all these great advancements, the first thing that springs to mind is the BIS's Cross-Border Payments, Interoperability, and Extension Task Force, which Ripple is a part of. Sure, I'd be interested in dropping around as well. This occurred on July 9th of last year. This was completed before Ripple became involved with the BIS. You can trust me on that. Also, there is no evidence to support that. At last year's .0 Forum, we worked together to improve the payment mechanism. The BIS, who have been Ripple's representative for the past few weeks, is hosting this. Positively boosting the digital asset ecosystem is the fact that the Monetary Authority of Singapore MAS is having an open conversation with the corporate world. I said that I will not let my focus wander from the strong relationships happening in the background, even when retail is still fixated on little matters. My bet is on the utilities assets mentioned in INFB World Bank documents like those. In addition, I put a lot of trust in the other team members. Although practicality is and will remain key, upgrading space linkages and networking must precede a regulatory cleanup of space trash. This technology is being tested extensively by major actors in the global system. It couldn't be timed better. Things are changing at a dizzying rate, and most people have no idea. Despite my best efforts to keep you in the dark, the My Gang is the film's protagonists. The Bank of England's BIS came to a decision on DLT. Digital ledger technology, settlements. Wrap up the CBDC trial using blockchain technology in collaboration with the Bank of England. I was using a Ripple proof of concept to make some naive assumptions all the way back in 2023. New evidence suggests that Quant had ties to the BIS. That they ran a separate research with the BIS is something we are well aware of. The PMI group has not yet brought up Ripple, which you should be aware of. In light of both new information and previous knowledge, it is abundantly evident that Ripple is one of many participants in the emerging financial system, which includes the BIS. It goes without saying that Brad Garlinghouse is also present at this confidential meeting. On the right side of the screen, you can make out the International Monetary Fund (IMF), the DTCC, Quick MAS, and the head of the Bank of Indonesia's FinTech office. You could go on and on with this list. I had never before placed such a high value on these gatherings. Despite their age and the fact that Brad Garlinghouse was on stage with Ross Lico of the International Monetary Fund, I still pay attention to them. I also remarked that it becomes quite clear that Ripple has won after watching this video. Most individuals think the video is old or doesn't have much of an impact. This is a remark made by the same individuals who think that clandestine meetings with members of the global elite and the World Bank are pointless. Numerous papers from esteemed institutions, like the World Bank, the BIS, and the IMF, among others, make reference to Ripple and XRP. As a result, the vast majority of these documents fail to mention any cryptocurrency other than Ripple and XRP. Imagine it as pure speculation. No matter what you call it, XRP will be essential in the restructuring of our global system. A little over 46 seconds. Brad's comments and his humorous banter regarding the crypto holdings of the International Monetary Fund are probably well known to many of you from this old footage. It also keeps occurring to me that these two total strangers may be having a business conversation. It feels more like they're just making jokes while performing because they're so familiar with each other. Their connection seems to go deeper than that, you know. It appears like they have been getting together behind closed doors. They've been talking about a lot of stuff. On top of that, I trust Brad Garlinghouse to have the expertise to answer all of my questions. Plus, the Ripple swell is happening this year, so that's something else to think about. In 2018, Brad Garlinghouse was present. Cooperating with regulators is an important part of taking an active role. Our meeting was clandestine. 20% of Ripple's use is in informing several central banks in New York of its actions, while 80% is in facilitating contact between them. If you're new to my channel and have just subscribed, I appreciate it. Later, I will see you.